Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning in and checking out the video. So this video will be talking about the matchup between Gilbert El Nino Melendez versus Anthony Showtime Pettis. So these two fighters ended up coaching on The Ultimate Fighter. Been a good season overall so far. I've enjoyed a few of the fights. And I'm really looking forward to these two guys step in the octagon and put on a show for the fans. This is one of my most anticipated matchups of the year in MMA. Excellent fight. And I'm going to break it down for you guys and give you guys a prediction, in my opinion, who wins this fight. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the video. And with no further ado, I'm going to get right into it. So Gilbert Melendez, when I look at him, I see a guy who is relentless. He's got a good chin, a very solid right hand. I feel that's one of his best aspects of his stand-up striking. He's got a good ground game as well. Very good on top, good ground and pound. Ton of heart. And Melendez is a guy who changes levels as well. And he just will keep coming throughout the fight. Very fan-friendly, exciting fighter. And he's very well-rounded as well. Veteran of the game. So that experience will do him very well in this fight with Anthony Pettis. Now, when I talk about Anthony Pettis, I'm talking about a guy who has speed, body kicks, head kicks. Extremely creative fighter. He's a guy who will just pull out these crazy techniques in a fight. He's very hard to prepare for due to that. You never know what you're going to get from Anthony Pettis. He's going to pull out some tricks you'll never see in a fight. And he's like a video game character, some of the stuff this guy does in the octagon. Highlighted by example, the Showtime kick years ago in WEC versus Ben Henderson. So, very talented fighter. You've seen him beat world-class fighters already, beating Ben Henderson twice. So that goes to show you how good of a fighter he is. Now, when I look at this matchup and I'm handing out advantages for the fight, I think that Gilbert Melendez has the advantage in the grappling aspect of this fight, in the clinch, wrestling, also on his top game on the ground as well is very good. I think better than Anthony Pettis's. Both of these guys are good off their back. I'd give Pettis the advantage of being more active in his guard off his back. He maybe has a better submission game, I'd have to say, than Melendez off his back, just in my opinion. But Pettis also in this fight, I'd have to give him the advantage of striking just because he is so well-rounded in that regard. And also he can mix it up a bit more than Melendez can, for example. And I'd also give Pettis the speed advantage in this fight. So those are just some of the aspects of the fight that I'm looking at. Also, when I think of this matchup, what I'm hearing online and some of the reactions from fans of this fight is it reminds me a lot of when Gilbert Melendez fought Ben Henderson. Not many people at all are giving him a chance, and a lot of people are saying, well, look at him in his last fight with Diego Sanchez. He got dropped in that fight, even though he dominated most of the fight, and he fought Diego Sanchez's type of fight. That's what people forget about that fight. Diego Sanchez is excellent as a brawler, and Gilbert Melendez beat him at his own game. A lot of people would not do that against Diego Sanchez. It takes some balls to do that. In this fight, I look for Gilbert Melendez to have a better game plan, and I think he's going to stick to his game plan like he did in the Ben Henderson fight. I don't think we're going to be seeing the same type of style Gilbert Melendez will have for this matchup versus Anthony Pettis. He's going to be much more composed. He's going to have a better game plan like I was just mentioning, and that's going to be huge for this fight. Now, how do I think both of these guys are going to go about winning this fight? Gilbert Melendez, I'd like to see him mix up some takedowns, kind of make it a dirty fight, get him in a clinch, and really use his grappling in this matchup to keep Anthony Pettis off guard. I think if Anthony Pettis is trying to win this fight, he wants to keep the fight standing throughout the whole fight. I also think he's going to look to go to the body kick downstairs and then come up top with a head kick, maybe fake body kick and come up. I think that will be something to look out for in this fight. But I'm going to go with the underdog in this fight, actually, and take Gilbert Melendez to defeat Anthony Pettis and become the lightweight champion. I just think that Melendez's ability to grapple, and he's a very tough guy with tons of heart, and I think that if this fight goes to decision, there's no doubt in my mind that Gilbert Melendez has the tools to pull it off. A lot of people are going to be shocked by that, but I just think Gilbert Melendez, with his level changes, his feints, things of that nature, especially if he can keep the fight unpredictable, I think Gilbert Melendez is going to pull off the upset in this fight. Very tough fight to call. Most people will be going with Anthony Pettis. I'd be surprised if you see many people picking Melendez. But I'm going to pick Gilbert Melendez to win a unanimous decision in this fight. So thank you very much, guys, for tuning into the video. Please let me know your take on my prediction. I know most of you will disagree. Leave some comments underneath, and if you haven't, please subscribe, guys. Thank you very much.